Hi and welcome back to the probably last episode of my solo playthrough of Space Empires 4X. Again, I was overwhelmed by all the cool comments that you guys were sending in. Really amazing stuff. Apparently, I was somewhat playing the Doomsday Machine here a little bit incorrectly in respect to the movement rules, where it should have moved to. Overall, I think luckily it didn't affect the gameplay at all, basically, because I was able to defeat it. If I wouldn't have been able, then yes, things may have played out a little bit differently, but yeah, luckily I'm okay this way. I was also being told that I'm not playing my miners correctly, and I think I do, not really correctly, but efficiently, let's put it like this, and definitely something I 100% agree with. But at least apart from that, I think rules wise I was okay. And before I dive into the basically last couple of turns of my playthrough, again, a huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members out there. You guys are truly amazing, in case you didn't notice. And I think I mentioned this during the basically at the very end of my last video. We reached 7,000 subscribers, which is of course a huge achievement for me. And again, this is only because of you, and that's not just the patrons or channel members, this is everyone who is watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. So really appreciate this, a big deal. Okay, but then I guess with that being said, we should be ready to go. Keep in mind, the second Doomsday Machine is already out on the board, and as far as I understood, and I think this has been mentioned, the movement rules for this one is pretty much clear. It will move straight towards my colony, my homeworld, that is. So I think there shouldn't be any kind of strange decisions on my part on how to move the Doomsday Machine. But luckily I get to move first. So why not start with this miner? It's still carrying one mineral here. And this is now okay. Maybe let's consider things a little bit differently. I get the idea is that I think the main problem with those miners was that I was keep on moving them back. I think I should really have moved the miner or the miners to the colony where they benefit me better. And I think in this case I started to, if I would move it here, it would take me a lot more things. From here I could really graze some more minerals, at least one more, and I think I will make it to this colony anyway, right? So I think let's at least try to play this a little bit more efficiently. So again, thanks for the tip here, and move it towards Odyssey. Yeah, it was Odyssey. But yeah, that's that miner. We cannot drop anything off right now, but I think that's still okay. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter actually. So I think, yeah, let's simply move that miner here, because yeah, this miner will pick up this mineral here. Of course, we don't know what the scout is finding. Maybe we do find some more stuff, and this already now maybe tells me where I should move the scout to. Originally I was really saying let's make this curve here, but I think in light of this miner here, I think we need to see yeah, let's do that. Let's move the scout in here. We are not yet exploring, but these are all the scouts and or miners. So are we going to move some of those down here? We will make it no matter what. I mean, this Doomsday Machine is moving one sector at a time. Again, we have basically abandoned this colony Eden up here already. And I think ultimately we only have this, only quote unquote, this is my biggest fleet by far, the cruiser fleet here. I think we need to have them ready, and I think we need to start moving towards this colony here. What is it? Rigel, because yeah, we don't want to lose two colonies from this one Doomsday Machine, right? And all the others, I think, yeah, we can immediately move them over, right? There's a shipyard, so we can do all kind of stuff there. So let's move everything over here. The base has to remain here. And I think the second base, I know it's a little bit too early now to say, but I think the second base I will place somewhere where I will get the best help for the final Doomsday Machine, I think. But yeah, let's see about this. I believe those were all of the movements I wanted to do. I think even I could do, actually. I think I really moved every ship in the fleet now, which is, yeah, that's pretty new. So last thing to do, we are going to move the Doomsday Machine. Again, they are not flipping over those blips here, but they're also not destroying those as far as I understood. In theory, if this Doomsday Machine would move in here, we would basically get this blip right back if we would make it there, for example. At least that's my understanding. But yeah, that's pretty much the first turn of this cycle. So we are moving into 2. So this time the miner will move it here, will drop off the mineral, and then could make it back. And I think, yeah, I think we can even get this one too. That's good. I think this is crucial. So let's move the miner here. He will pick up this mineral. And of course, I did forget my exploration phase. I just noticed it. So let's me take this one here. It's danger. Okay, this marker is gone anyway. Yeah, I would have knowledge, but you see, I already moved it anyway. Yeah, that was really bad. But yeah, okay, can't change it. So one less movement to worry about. And yeah, I think the last thing to move in this turn is to bring the cruisers up here to Rigel, right? Yeah, I think we moved both of our miners. We couldn't move our scout. And then last thing to do, we are moving the Doomsday Machine. It's completely wiping this off. I'm not sure if the planet is removed though, actually. I know the colony is dead and it would heal now by 2 points, but it's not damaged in any way. But yeah, it's pretty clear here. If a Doomsday Machine is in a hex with a planet with or without a colony, it will destroy that planet, remove the planet and any colony from play. Okay, let's do that. Basically gone. Okay, like Alderaan. Okay, out of here. Let's move into the final turn of this cycle. So again, we are bringing this ship back here and this miner will make it here. So we can still somewhat leverage it, at least for one small question now really is, should we build a new scout or not? And I don't think this will play any role actually. We are not moving any more of our fleet, so the Doomsday Machine will make it in here. And that's now really a very, very cool thing. We only have one here, right? Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. And this is also something that I've been told I think I really should have invested more heavily on shipyards early on. Again, last turn it was too late anyway. You can only build one shipyard per, let's say, economic phase, that is, per planet or per colony, that is. But I think I should have started this a little bit sooner than that, especially maybe here on Terra. I think I have 4, which is not bad, but I think it's been mentioned that it should be basically maxed out at 6. Not really maxed out. I could build more than that, but then I would have to bring in another blip there. But 6 seems to be a good number for this scenario. But yeah, that's the turn or the movement phase, all the movement phases of this cycle. So again, we are collecting some mineral income and colony income. We just lost 5 points or construction points from due to the loss of Eden, which we were able to offset a little bit through those minerals here. But ultimately it's 60 in total. So we got 50 from our colonies. We got 10 here, no pipelines. That's a total of 69. Again, plus the 9 that we had to carry over. I already checked it. I think we have to spend 12 now on maintenance and turn order bid again. This is a 0. So this brings us down to 57. At least slightly more than we had last turn. And now we really have to do some thinking. The good thing is we can still build a good amount of ships here and move them over to Rigel before the Doomsday Machine makes its move. So I think that is really a good thing. Question is, do we want to build more shipyards now? Basically to prepare for the final Doomsday Machine. And I think I forgot to remove that disc here. Or if I really should go more still on technology, which I think also for the final Doomsday Machine might be good. Yeah, I think we have to do that a little bit at least. At least for our battleships, an attack increase to 3 or defense increase to 3 would benefit us, right? Yeah, they have a 3 actually. So I think question is, do we want more attack? They fire first, right? So we want to make sure. Let's do that. Let's invest 25 into our attack. That's still really, it's quite a lot. So we have 32 left now. In theory, we could also up our defenses, but I really do think we need some more ships. And I think I want another battleship in here for 20. So what do we have left? That's 12. we have 12 left. Okay, we could have built also another shipyard. Question is, do we want to go for another shipyard now, just to prepare ourselves for the next one? Again, a shipyard here, they will also fire at those folks. Not very likely that they're doing something, but still might be worth. They still get one attack bump. So this would still give us some. If we would lose this, then, but that's our goal, right? So we are not, or that's our plan. We don't want to lose this colony here, right? But then with 5 for the shipyard, I think 5 is the shipyard, right? 6 even. We can't go for another destroyer, which may not be the end of the world. So yeah, let's do that. So we are spending 6 more to increase our shipyard count to 2 here. Then we could still decide, we have still exactly 6 left now. I think we should do that to also increase this, right? Now that's a 3, we need a 5 for this. So we have 5 shipyards available for the next round to come, which would then allow us to build a cruiser and a battleship basically in this Terran homeworld, which I think could be key. I need, problem now is with this I won't be able to upgrade this battleship. So no, we can't do that. We can't do that. I need 3 more. So we had 6 left actually, because I need the 3 to upgrade this battleship now to the latest and greatest technology. Keep in mind we just upgraded our attacks. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we have spent 26 on ship, or basically 1 ship and 1 shipyard, exactly. So that's 51, which means we have 6 left. Yes, we will basically lose a lot. But next cycle, I think we will definitely lose some machines, or some ships here. So I'm not so sure if we have to worry about maintenance, quite honestly. Okay, there's nothing to grow colony wise, so we can reset accordingly. Again, we are first, and now it is really crucial that we are first. And again, if we're losing this battle here, we are basically toast. So we are spending all movement for this battleship here. We are also spending 3, or maybe I should have noted this down actually. Let me do that. So we are down to 3 as we are spending 3 on the upgrade. Keep in mind we have to spend the hull amount of construction points equal to the hull size, that is. So that's 3 in this case. So we have 3 left for the next round, but this battleship is now fully upgraded. We are moving this battleship group over here. We are merging them. So let's quickly do that. That's something that you can basically do anytime to merge these groups together. So we have some more fighting power here, at least something. And yeah, here I didn't pick up the mineral for whatever reason, but let's simply, not sure what happened here. Let's bring it now back to this colony. And yeah, with this miner, there is really, I think, nothing we can gain actually. And we are most likely not going to build another scout. So the scenario will be over basically. So let's simply leave them here. Let's keep things simple. And yeah, I think now it's time to move the Doomsday Machine in, and we are seeing another relatively big fight compared to the first one. So let me set up the battlefield and take it from there. Okay, that's the battle order. The hull size of the Doomsday Machine is now a 7. It attacks 4 times instead of only 3. But at least we are getting some good shots, and especially the battleship now has an attack of 3 actually. So we updated, so it's basically an 8 minus defense of 2, so it's hitting on a 6 or less, so that's not bad. Here we only have an attack of 2, still a 5, but yeah, let's roll some dice before I make any kind of predictions here. It will definitely take out some of my ships here, pretty sure about that. So okay, let's do some rolling. We will start with those battle cruisers here, and I think we can shoot them simultaneously. Again, let's do the math again. They have an attack of 3, which is an 8, minus 2, so 6 or less. And again, we have 2 ships. And okay, one hit, only 1. Unfortunately, the 10 doesn't count. It's not a 0, but oops, I will take it. That's 1 hit. Out of, what was it? 7. Awesome. Then we have the battlecruiser also shooting before. They all shoot before this. This is at least something. The battlecruiser has a +2. It doesn't benefit fully from the attack. So it's a 7 minus 2. So it's basically still a 5. We only have 1 think this is a battle cruiser, right? And 8, not good enough. Okay, I told you the next combat would be brutal. Here, this is good. This is also +2, -2, though it's a 4 or less, but we are rolling 3 dice now at least. So our cruisers, yeah, let's see about that. So again, 4 or less, right? And oh gosh, yeah, this does count. This is 0 hit. Yeah, it had to happen. It had to happen. Our shipyard only has a 1, so it only hits on a 2, actually. That's bad. 2 or less. And oh, 3, so close. So close. Let me think. I think they still suffering from that capacity here in respect to their attack size, right? Yeah, it's also listed out here in the rules. Example, scouts, destroyers, and shipyards can never have an attack technology greater than level 1, even if the player has purchased a higher attack technology level. So yes, unfortunately, that was a whiff. But okay, I forgot we have 2 shipyards, so let's roll again, and that's a 7, still a whiff. Then the Doomsday Machine will hit us for 4. Now we have to do these things one after a time. And we will definitely start with a destroyer, because the destroyer still has a go. It has a defense of only 1. Its attack is an 8, actually, right? Attack strength 8. So it hits on a 7 or less. Okay, now let's use the black dice. So high numbers now. Awesome. Bam. Really bad. So this is gone. So this was the first hit. And now I'm not 100% sure what I should... It still has 3 more goes, right? And if I would have been a player, I think I might want... Because the Doomsday Machine knows that there will be more things to come, right? One more Doomsday Machine. So now reducing this might be a good thing, but this also the least attack value. With 3, it could still take out 1 battleship. But it has to really count on relatively low rolls here. So maybe we take 2 shots at this battle cruiser here, or maybe after those, but we can't take it out. No, I think it's either this or that. And I really don't know actually which one is more valuable. I could make a case for those. Here it's a little bit more likely that we are really taking out a ship, and maybe that's what we should do. Yeah, it will shoot towards this battle cruiser here. So again, it has a defense of, I think we have defense of 2, right? Let me check. Defense of, where's my little tracker sheet here? Defense of 2, right? And it can carry 2, so it's a 3, so it has to hit on a 5 actually. Okay, 5 or less. Oh, come on, this was an 8. I saw that, but I will not cheat here. So this was a hit. Still, the battle cruiser is alive. It will shoot again, so that's the second shot. A third shot already. No! So this is gone. Yeah, absolutely. Ah, that's so bad. We just hit it once. Yeah, I think we are losing the game here. This that they didn't hit 1 single hit here. This was really, really terrible. And now we have 1 more shot left. I think now we could really make the case to take out another group, because here we are only scratching things, right? So I think we are going for this shipyard here. Might be completely wrong, but I think we want to remove tokens rather than just inflicting some damage here, right? So that's basically a 1, so 7 or less. 6, yeah, bam. Okay, 1 shipyard is gone. Oh boy, oh boy. So now we could screen, I think we can screen stuff. Oh, what we didn't do was to go for the vulnerability, actually. I think it didn't matter anyway, because we don't have fighters, mines, cloaking, or large fleets. We didn't have 10 ships with us, right? Oh, this would have changed something. Let me do that roll, right? This weakness roll, I completely forgot. That's a 7, that's large fleets. The player will get 2-to-1 combat bonus in any round which attacks the DM with at least 10 ships. Ooh, would that make a difference? So we had 2, 5, 6... No, we didn't have 10 ships anyway. So it's also vulnerable to large fleets, but we didn't have a large fleet. So I think we are good. So we are moving into the next round of combat. They will shoot first here again with their +3, so 6 or less was it, right? I think it was a 6 or less on those. Yeah, +3, -2. 1 hit. Yeah, that's not enough. That's definitely not enough. we are getting somewhere, but definitely not enough. Because if it's now destroying the colony, it will heal itself by 2, and then again it will hit our, I think then we are basically gone. So then our cruisers, they will hit with 4 now, right? It was a 4. 3 cruisers with 4. Yeah. +2 -2. Yeah, exactly. Not a single hit again. So basically we missed out on 6 potential things. And this is, of course, yeah. This is where these war games simply suck. If you roll or don't roll well, then you're basically toast. Then the shipyard. And again, we are shooting first because our tactics rating is the same as the Doomsday Machine. And yeah, we are the defender. In this case, the defender wins the tie. So we are rolling once on a 2 actually, right? 2 or less. And no, that's a 4. Not good enough. Doomsday Machine will, I think in this case, they will go after the battle cruiser, right? I think we have to start nailing it down, right? We can take out basically, yeah, we can definitely easily take out 1. So again, let's do the math again. They have a defense of 5. Okay, that's really, no, 4. Let's not, so they need a 4 or less, right? Yeah, 4 or less. They have 8. Okay, so first shot, no hit. Okay, second shot, hit. Yeah, I see it. So they keep shooting, of course, now. Third shot, kidding me. They're still alive, so that's good. And the last shot is, this is so bad. So we have lost one of our battleships here. Are you kidding me? They're rolling exceptionally well. This is so bad, but these were all 4. Only the first one was a whiff. So we do the same thing again. We start here. Yeah, there's no point, right? So 1 die now only, and it's a 6. Yeah. Yeah, okay, at least. So we are, oh, do we have more? I think no, we don't have. I think we only have 1 and 2s basically. So we are at 3 damage. Here we are rolling 3 dice again. And again, that's only a 4 or less. 1 hit. At least 1 hit. But what do we need? 7, right? Hull size is 7, yeah. I don't see how we can take out the last one. Let's say we are really incredibly lucky here. I don't see the point. Then our shipyard rolling for a 2 or less, and no, that's not good enough. So the Doomsday Machine. Again, we will do the same thing, right? So we are taking out or trying to take out that battleship here. So they are rolling 4 or less, exactly. Of course, I think nearly every single hit 4. Hit basically. Second one. Okay, that's not good enough. Third one, it is good enough, and this is now crucial. Okay, we are still alive. We are still alive. Hopefully I didn't mess this one up. So it's again back to us. We are trying to hit here again with a 6 or less. No! I don't know how many rolls I have whiffed here. Okay, they haven't hit a single thing actually so far. 4 or less, 1. Yeah, 1 is not enough. I think 1 out of 9, at least 9 or so, I don't know. Then the shipyard here, 2 or less. No, that's not good enough. We need 2 more hits actually. 2 more hits. So we are, it's not impossible, but now back to the, it will definitely go for this battleship here again. 4 or less, 10. Okay, not good enough. Second roll, yeah, bam. This is out of here. We have still 2 more rolls to go, so we will definitely go for one of those cruisers. 5 could be enough, right? I think it's just enough. Plus 2 defense, it's 3. Yeah, 1 ship has been hit. And final hit, 6. Okay, at least the cruisers are still with us. So then we go into the next round of we have to keep going. So we are rolling 3 here, and again 4 or less. Only 1. Only 1. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So we need to roll. This is really crucial now. We need to roll a 2. So it's a 20% chance, I believe, to defeat the Doomsday Machine. 2 or less. No. Not good enough. Okay. Next, no, the Doomsday Machine is next. So we are hitting the cruiser again. First hit was a 5 or less, I believe. They needed. Okay, one is down. And this is the first hit. I mean, again, if they have whiffed something at least. But they rolled so extremely well. Second hit. Again, we are going after the cruisers. 7, that's not good. Third hit, that's good. And this is now really, really crucial. Last hit. No, okay, we are still alive. So we are shooting back with our crew. We are starting the next combat round with 2 again. 4 or less. Yes, both hits. Boom! This Doomsday Machine is out, which means we still have some defense capacities. But wow, looking at the last Doomsday Machine here, it's a level 5. 8, 5 attacks, defense. Okay, this is only increased by 1 each, but still, that's so bad. And the B now is, I think, really the problem that we need to worry about. So our cruisers will no longer hit it first. Yeah, really, we rolled except what I think if we would have basically, or if we would have done the deal 1 or 2 combat rounds earlier, maybe with still 1 battle cruiser out, or maybe even 1 of those battleships, maybe we would have had a chance. But in this case, oof, this is awful. But okay, let's bring those ships back. All right, and we have 1 shipyard only left, so our plan didn't pay out. I am not sure if I should have targeted the shipyard earlier, but ultimately our losses were pretty bad in the end, so I think it did pay out for this. And I guess this was only the first turn of the game, so don't think that we are doing a lot here. Actually, the miners are useless. We can't explore. I don't want the cruisers to whatever explore. So I guess the only thing left to do is to move the cruisers back to this home yard here, or home world here, just because I think this will be the only thing I'm trying to defend from. I mean, yeah, we have a base here. We could build another base, and I think we will build another base once we know where this final thing comes up. But again, also depends a little bit, quite honestly, which route it takes, because again, partial damage to a Doomsday Machine is only as good because it heals when it defeats that colony or any planet on its way. And let's say it moves through Polaris here, for example, or I think we have Bethel down here. This will all heal the Doomsday Machines. So I'm not really sure if... I think we need this 1 battle. Everything else is pretty much useless. That's at least my point. But I guess this also means I'm not doing any more movements in this video, actually, at least not for this economic cycle. So we might as well carry on. We will bring out the final Doomsday Machine. And again, this is the first thing that you do in the economic phase. So let's roll the die and see where it goes. And that's a 4, and I think the 4 is actually here. Where is my Doomsday Machine? Here. 4 is here. So it's basically doing the same thing, so I have to make some clever decisions. And I think, yeah, I think the direction it should take, I think I moved it towards this one here, but I think I always should move it, when in doubt, always move it closer to Terra. And I think in this case, this colony here on K5 should be our target. So I know that we should move it here, and I guess then, yeah, it will... Okay, that's now really a good question. I guess we have to abandon this one here too, right? I think the only thing that would make sense is to build a space base here. But this is our final... Wait a second, let me count this through. 1, 2, 3. No, we have 1 more economic phase there as well. So I think we can definitely do prepare twice, which is good. This is good. Really good knowledge. But yeah, we are losing Prometheus here for sure. But we will still gain it once at least, the construction points. So yeah, I think let's do the income now, which is 55. So 50 coming from our colonies. We haven't lost one. We had 3 left, and we're getting 5 from minerals. All right, so that's 58. And we only have a maintenance of 4. Only those cruisers count. These are the leftover folks. So that's 54. Not terrible. I think I'm not going to do any more spending on technology. No, I think it doesn't. Yeah, the defense could help us. It would help us with the bases, actually. Okay, there is a point. But it depends now a little bit how much can we build anyway shipwise, because again we are somewhat limited in respect to our shipyards. But as we still get a full cycle next before it reaches any of these here, I think it's okay to upgrade or basically build some more shipyards. So we are spending 12 on those two here, right? So with a 5, I think there's still something that we can do. But keep in mind, it's still only a 4 and a 1, because again, the building is basically simultaneous. Then we are building a destroyer for 9 here. We are also building our battleship for 20. I think then we have still 13 left, so we are not spending anything on technology. And for 12 we are building another cruiser here, right? This leaves us with 1, and I think there are no upgrades that we have to whatever plan ahead. So I really hope I did that correctly. 53, nothing on technology, 1 remaining CP, which we carry over into turn 12. Yeah, I think that's it. Again, there is no colony increase, which means we are directly moving into, I think, the second to last economic phase before we are pretty much triggering the end game. So I guess the question now really is, I think we are moving this cruiser over here. I think this will be our defense outpost here. On the other hand, we could also abandon it, but then let's say we will be somewhat, so let's say we are good here and we are really driving it down to some points left. We still have some good solid defenses here to maybe give it the rest. So let's say we're really making it that it's whatever with 3 or so. That's now a point. But let's move the cruiser in here anyway, the cruiser fleet. Maybe we first want to bring it here and then, or we can marry them there together. Something I really have to think about. And maybe this would be the first time I'm considering to not go all in one single combat, but really will put, I say, 80% of my forces here at this colony and keep some of my defenses back at my Terran homeworld or so. Let's think about that. But yeah, the Doomsday Machine doesn't care about any of my considerations here. It will simply move up accordingly. So this was the first movement turn. Then again, question is, I think, yeah, let's bring them basically both in here. So let's unite them. So they are now again a cruiser fleet of 3. Oops, that's not a colony ship, that's a 5. So that's at least something. And I don't know, let's move the battle cruiser over here as well. That's a battleship right over here accordingly. Yeah, just to do some movement. But again, the Doomsday Machine will move. Then we are moving into the 3rd round. And now I think I didn't remove this mineral here. Yeah, we don't have an awful lot of resources for the last economic cycle. I think we are not moving anything, right? Let's leave the destroyer where it is. Yeah, just as a meat shield or so, or steel shield. And then, yeah, we are not moving. Doomsday Machine will wipe out everything here. Goodbye Prometheus. And then we are moving into really, I guess, yeah, this will be the last economic cycle of the game. So we are down to 45 income, no mineral income. That's 46. And we have a maintenance of 10. Wow, we have only 36 points left, which is basically, I think this won't be enough. That's basically a battleship and a cruiser or so. But I think that's what we need to do, right? Or maybe the base. What's the base? Yeah, base is also 12. So I think we will go for a base instead. So that's base 2, which will go in here. We can only have 1 base per sector anyway, so I think that's still good. So that's 12. We are down to 24, and I think, yeah, this needs to be another battleship, which needs to go in here, right? Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Yeah, that's that. That's our economic phase. We have 24. I think we have 4 still left. If my memory serves me well. Yes, let me note that down. So we are basically potentially moving into the last or second to last movement of the game. We are first, again, that's very, very crucial in this instance, as we still get to move this battleship here over here. So this is now a 2 stack. And now again, it's the question, do I want to go all in, or do I really say, hey, I have a base here. I have 5 of those shipyards here. So they could make some serious damage. Plus, if I would leave the destroyer here, I would leave something behind. Because otherwise, I would basically miss out on my base on Terra and would not have really used it properly. I could be terribly wrong here, but I will play it this way again. First time playing, so learn, live and learn. And yeah, we are not moving any further. We have moved our battleship, so the Doomsday Machine is moving in. So we are seeing maybe the final, maybe the second to final combat of the game. Okay, that's the order of battle. Our 2 or 3 A's are shooting before the Doomsday Machine, which will then shoot 5, I believe, exactly 5 times. Oof, could really do some serious damage. It now has a defense of still... No, it's still a 2, so this didn't change. Only the attack was increased by 1, something to keep in mind. And I think that's that. So we will start with our base. So let's bring the Dice Tower of Destiny over here. So it's a 7 plus 3 attacks, so it's 10 minus 2, so an 8 or less basically hits. And it's a 4. Okay, let me bring out some damage markers. So that's really that was basically a must, right? Then we are dealing with our battleships. Again, that's 8 minus 2, so that's a 6. 2 hits. Okay. So that's definitely a promising start, but still, yeah, now it's the Doomsday Machine. Again, it will hit 5 times. I think it will start going after the ships that are still firing this round, right? This totally makes sense. So we are getting after this cruiser here. Basically a defense of 3. So it's 6 or less. Okay, I will now have to remember. So these are our fighting reminders. So first shot, 6 or less. Yeah, that's definitely good enough. So we have hit our cruiser first. Second shot, 6 or less. You kidding me? Yeah, that's good enough. So they are moving down to 2, right? That's already bad. That's already really bad. So third shot, I think they will keep going after this one, right? 4. Okay, of course, it's a hit. Fourth shot. Are you kidding me? Every shot. And then I think it's 1 shot left, and I think in this case they will instead go for the shipyard here, right? It doesn't, just to take it out. So they have a 1, so it's an 8 or less. They need to hit. Yeah, okay, in this case that was easy, but I think again it wants to remove dice rolls in the end. I think that should be the primary goal. But okay, that's our fleet. No, it's not the first round of combat. What am I talking about? These folks are still going to shoot, right? Yeah, don't forget that, of course. But yeah, let's see about this. So they have a +2, so it's 6 minus, so it's still a 4. Hopefully close. And I think this is still a 2, right? 4, yeah, it's a 2. So the shipyard hits at a 2. Oh, gosh. No hit, no hit. So now we are moving into a new round of combat. We are starting with our base here. They need to roll an 8, which is good enough. So at least this Doomsday Machine is, I would say, half dead. Then it's the battle cruisers. They hit with a 6. Not battle cruisers, battleships. 2 hits more, 2 hits more, I take it. So we need 2 more hits to take it out, actually. Okay. Interesting. And then, yeah, it's the Doomsday Machine. I think, again, it will go after this cruiser here first, right? Because it's still shooting, it's only shooting once, but still, they could take them out, basically. And I think this is what you need to do, right? Could be terribly wrong, or it says... Maybe at this time it really does say, no, let's not do that. Let's go after the base instead. I think here it really did make sense. It has taken out, I think, 3, but we could take out 2 and then still focus on the base, for example. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. I think let's really remove dice rolls. I think that's the most pressing thing to do. So the first shot will be against this one. It's a 3, so a 6 or less. Okay, first time it whiffed. Second shot, again, still the cruiser. Okay, this was a hit for sure. Third shot, 6 or less. No, it did not hit. Awesome. Fourth shot, 6 or less. Yeah, this is now gone. And then I think last shot, it will go after the shipyard. And I think this was an 8 or less. Yeah, okay. So this is also out. But this means we still have those 3 ships with us. Awesome. So we are going for this battle cruiser here, for the base here with an 8 or less, right? 8. Gosh. So it's basically those 2 dice rolls and we need a 6 or less. Yeah! Boom, 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 boom. You are out of here. Let me check that again. And yes, the hull size is an 8. Number of attacks was 5. Okay, we're looking here. It's still an 8. B9, yeah, everything was correct. Wow, 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 wow. What a close encounter. But I think on the next level, so this was the easy difficulty. So let's have a quick look at the normal difficulty level. We would have basically started relatively similar. The third DM would basically come 1 cycle sooner, which would have been a problem because then I think we wouldn't have been able to build up our defenses. And each of those are 1 level higher. So I think even on the normal difficulty level, I really do feel that this is pretty brutal. Of course, again, I didn't play everything very efficiently. I think I could have done things a little bit different. I think I invested too early in movement, for example. And I think movement actually only benefited me once. Maybe it was crucial at that point in time, but apart from that, movement wasn't all that bad. So I could have, whatever, for 20 movement, I could have built 2 more colony ships or cruisers to whatever, scout around to get more stuff. So I think in this scenario, at least on this small map, and keep in mind there is also a scenario with a larger map, things, again, for the small map, I don't think that you need this movement bump, at least not that early. So I could have really easily spent this for 2 more, I don't know, again, colony ships, or 1 more colony ship and 1 more scout or so, just to get me some more colonies out, which would have produced more stuff. So I think this is really, it's an optimization scenario. Not sure if the optimization piece is true for all the other scenarios, especially in the multiplayer, but for this specific scenario, you can really calculate things through relatively clearly, and this is, I think, what you need to do, but this is where you need to know the game a little bit. Anyway, I really enjoyed my playthrough here a big deal, and I think I mentioned this. In the meantime, I have joined the P500 for the what is it, Close Encounters, for the first expansion, which seems to be the must. I still have to think about the other 2. I think there's 1 P500 for, let's see, I think final expansion now, and then there is also 1 in between. But from what I hear, at least the first one, the Close Encounters, seems to be a must, especially for the solo mode. Let me know if you think I really should also move towards the other 2, and then I will consider this. But yes, I really had great time here. I have to really do some digging in respect to the alien solo scenario out there, which again seems a little bit more involved in respect to its quote-unquote AI kind of thing. So a lot more for me to mess up in respect to the decisions for the AI or so. But yeah, I really have to check it out and see how feasible this would be for my channel here. And I think this will then also be a much longer playthrough series. I think this was now the 5th episode. And yes, I kept playing it relatively slow. Maybe the next time I'm playing this, I will not really explain you a lot of stuff. I will really keep on playing and will speed things up overall a little bit, not at least not record everything. Until then, I think I have some other games I want to play on my channel here. I think one of the next bigger ones would be the board game Crusader Kings, where there is a solo mode, which I'm very intrigued about. So I played the normal multiplayer game quite a few times actually, and heavily enjoyed it. So I was really, it fell flat for a lot who played it, but I really very much enjoy this. I'm not sure if you ever played the video game Crusader Kings. I think this board game is basically influenced by Crusader Kings 2. Right now there is Crusader Kings 3 out. But yeah, definitely looking to that. I think for my next video I will do something a little bit lighter. Still a solo game, not a solo game, but a solo mode I'm trying to play out. And yeah, then let's see what will come our way. But until then, I will hopefully get prepared to at least consider another playthrough of Space Empires 4X. I really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Again, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all your comments that you were sending in, and sending me very helpful comments, that is. I really was completely overwhelmed by the responses to that, so really thank you so much. And yeah, with that being said, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and yeah, until then, bye bye.